What's up? What's the word?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cody back here with another episode of What's the Word. And on this snow day here in Chicago, I was about to say the rack, but we're gonna call it Chicago today. I got Domani. What's going on? What you got?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for pulling up, man. You fresh off the plane, man.
Yes.
Coming to Chicago in this snowy weather, and you from the south. Well, like 30 degrees down south right now? 40?
Yep, 30, 40, something like that.
So that's like hoodie weather for y'all, right?
Hoodie. I was wearing a jacket, but yeah, hoodie.
Yeah, okay. How do you feel coming in the snow?
As soon as I walked outside, it was snow all in my face. It was a cool experience. It was cold. Ears were cold, but not too crazy.
Not too crazy.
I missed the storm, so that's good.
Oh yeah, we was just in the crib for hours. We couldn't Uber Eats. We couldn't go to the grocery store. We was just stuck. You know what I mean? So man, it's a blessing to have you on my show, man. I was in here listening to the project, and I want to say, like, as we get into the project, I wasn't expecting what I heard. I'm just be honest with you. I wasn't expecting what I heard. I ain't expect for you to come like how you was coming. For you to be 20. Well, can we call you 21 yet?
March.
March 16th, right? Yeah. So to be a 21-year-old talking how you talking, that just surprised the hell out of me, man. Like,
thank you.
Is that the first time you ever getting this?
Nah, people say that all the time, man. I think it got a lot to do. Of course, yeah, I'm young, but even still, just how I was raised. People expect me to just come across a different way. I think that's what really shocks people. But I just that wasn't my story to tell. I had another story. I feel like,
man, your story, I feel like, is a relatable one to just everybody, because the story that you're telling to me is just growing pains.
Yeah, exactly. It's just growing pains. A boy becoming a man, just questioning everything, learning yourself. I think you can hear me wanting to be better in every verse. Not even like musically, like as a person. As a man.
I know one thing that I wanted to touch on is how your relationships, like, it's like you go, like, you paint a real picture of like how you deal with women, like through the words, like I can just see it, like, just by
see? Tell me, I want to see what y'all see.
From as I listen, I can tell that you ain't really at the space where you trying to have like no girlfriend.
Okay.
I can tell you that, but I can also tell the way you spitting lyrics and the way you talking, that when you remind yourself of myself, like, you like friends with a lot of women, like women cool with you, they can talk to you, they feel comfortable around you.
Right. Relationship. I definitely I found home.
Oh, you got a girl now?
I found home.
This before or after the album?
I've always had home, but now I know this is home.
Okay.
It just, I don't know, man. Just your mind is just trick yourself and just seeing things so differently. One day I woke up and I was like, nah, this home. And I just changed the way I was moving. But yeah, man, a lot of people gonna try to gravitate towards you just based off of who you know, who you be around. So that's one thing. And then two is like, I feel like I just got a good vibe. A lot of people just tell me I got good vibes, so they gonna want to be around me. Nah, one thing I gotta do is just know where home is, and everything else falls in place.
Okay. So another thing, I was talking to my producer Cindy over there, is that I think that you talk kind of in code, and you could tell that you got, like, you was raised.
Interviews or music?
Just in interviews. Because, like, even like how you answered that question, like, you didn't answer the question, but you answered the question. So
it's like the people who know, they know that I did answer, but to the public, they still don't know.
They don't know what you said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with it mainly because that's kind of how I talk. So I kind of can go through the, the code of what you're saying.
That's not fun, just saying stuff flat out. I don't think that's fun.
But you got to get up. Everybody can't understand that pimp talk. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? they can't decode that. So why you don't want to just say it flat out?
Sometimes it's not flat out. When I say home, I am talking about my girl.
Right.
So when I say a lot of people like gravitate towards you or want to be around you because of who you know or who you be around. I mean, like it's easy to have people want to talk to you and want to be around you when you got a lot of cool stuff around you, a lot of cool people around you, and sometimes that could be tempting or distracting. So I said, as long as I know where home is, as long as I continue to realize that, okay, this is my home, then everything else falls in place, meaning I won't get distracted, meaning I won't get tempted because I know home is more important.
Man, I'm down at 30 and I just realized that, and you said you 20. Nah, that's some good to know, man. Real talk. So when you speak these relationships and distractions, and people, I think one thing you spoke on is like people want to get close to you, because what you got going on. So for the people listening and watching that don't know, you are Tip's son, right?
Right.
So obviously we know that's like one of the greatest rappers in my generation. I probably feel like it's all time. Paper Trails changed my life. That album, that and Urban Legend changed my life.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
So naturally, people, like I say, people want to be around you because you're cool. People want to get close to you because of your dad. Like mentally, like how does that affect you, like maneuvering in this world? Like, damn, if people fuck with me because it's me, or they just trying to fuck with me because of what they think I could do for them?
Depends on the situation, man. A lot of times it be like that, but if I can get something out of it, I'm cool. So, I got music out. I'm trying to promote my music, push my music. I'm trying to network. Woo, woo. So, shoot, you just like me because of that. Okay, show me who you know. Just use your resources. Maybe you'll get to use mine, But if it's like that, then it's just like that. But if it's like trying to find like a real relationship or a real friendship, then I feel like you can feel it in the beginning, know. Me personally, I feel it. I can feel when somebody, constantly asking, "Where you people at?" Or what? This is what's going on. Or, who's there? Type stuff. But it don't really be in the way too much. I look at it positively. So a lot of people really are curious and don't really know. So I understand as long as people don't just get too crazy, and try to do something negative. Other than that, I understand. I'm an understanding person, especially if you've never even encountered something like that or seen that type of life or seen nobody in that life like that. I understand. You want to see what's going on. You want to see, okay, just don't be weird.
You actually spoke on that in your music. You spoke about how like you grew up and like a lot of kids didn't see what you see, and you spoke on interviews like it's different when you go to your friend's house opposed to, I guess, when they come to your house.
Right.
What's like one of the most craziest interaction with somebody that you brought into your world that wasn't used to like your world?
That is a good question. Man, I've never answered that question. I've never been asked that question before.
Oh, no shit, we got exclusive.
Let me see. I would have to say, I think I brought people over my dad's house before, but I don't even remember. Like, I know I have, but nothing stood out. Like, oh, they was acting weird. I didn't even look at it like that. But I have brought people over my mom's house, and they was expecting something else. Like, they was expecting like a big old mansion and some rich stuff going on, and it wasn't that. And I seen that they expected one thing, but they seen that it wasn't that. So they're like, oh, okay, all right, well, because they don't know that, they don't know my real mom. So I do remember that.
Okay. All right, so you just spoke on your mom's house and your dad's house, right? You do speak in your music how you grew up in two different households, right? Well, your mom had a house and your dad had a house, right?
Right.
So how important is it to you when you build your family to have, about one woman and have a marriage and have kids and just have that foundation where your kids won't have to go have different Christmases and different birthdays? Or is that important to you?
Yeah, it's important. I'm still figuring that out, man. I'm in a spot where I feel like I feel like I didn't grow up bad. I felt like I was grateful for that balance that like going between houses. My dad's house, being able to see that, but still staying at my mom's house. I feel like that was the perfect balance for me personally. And my mom and my dad weren't together. So they always was like still cool. And, you know my dad. So I feel like if they was together, it would be bad. You know what I'm saying? So
that's honest.
it's like yeah. So I feel like it was perfect for me and Messiah. That's my older brother.
Yeah, Messiah, older brother.
But so that's why I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's why I talk about these things in my music. I'm really just trying to figure myself out on top of an instrumental. I'm just speaking out loud. I think I'm thinking about the song "I'm Not Ready," where I talk about that.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
but shoot, man, I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I might be in denial. I probably didn't grow up as good as I think I did. I probably wasn't as happy as I think I was, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna ask you a question that's gonna curve you, but then I'm gonna go back to something.
Mm-hmm.
The way you talk, man, I gotta ask you this question,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just real because I feel like you an adult, you grown. You got your body count high in it.
Nah,
it is, man. It can tell.
You think from the way I'm talking, yeah.
Listen, man, I could just tell by the way you talking and the way you and just off the music, like women gravitate to you like that, don't you?
That's what I was saying in the beginning. That's what I was saying. Like,
I could tell because you sitting here talking that shit, and, like I could just imagine you talking to somebody else like, he one of them. I could send you over there to get a girl for me. Like I know
right.
you,
but it'd be too much for me because I'd be a perfectionist. So I like quality time. I'd be really, and it confuses people. That's why I was like, nah, I know what home is. I'm not doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I go all the way out my way, and then the girl thing, I really want to take something serious. I really like, I'm just a good person, you know? You haven't seen a lot of good people.
See, yeah, he one of them.
But nah, I don't even run around like that, though.
That's one of my lines. I swear it is. So look,
I'm for real.
In the song, the interlude, the girl she said, you acting like your dad.
Yeah.
You just said if your mom and your dad together, that would have been bad. So what does acting like your dad mean when it comes to like relationships?
In that situation, I'm not ready. Probably trying to like mess around with a lot of different people and saying a lot of stuff that he would say. Yeah. That's an old song. So
no, I'm not. That's an old song. It's like when you like. I'm gonna tell you like this. When I got the project and started listening to the project was so smooth and so dope to me. As my title, it just rolled over to your older music, and I'm listening to your older music. I want to go back to listen to other projects because I'm a fan of you now.
Thank you.
I'm a fan of you. Like literally, you're in rotation for me. So
appreciate you.
Especially the Friends track.
Oh yeah.
See, that's how I like you. You can't rap no like you rap on Friends and not be one of them guys.
Right, but I'm a quality type person, man.
You got have quality, but it's you like I say, you can't talk that shit you talking on there and not be one of them guys. But we're not gonna fuck up home. You used to be one of them guys. Right now you good. And
for me, I was going crazy, but me compared to everybody else, everybody else be like, "What are you doing?" I like saying no, like because nothing bad happens from saying no. I'm the type of person to overthink, or I'm the type of person to just overthink and just overthink myself into not having a good time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I like saying no. And if I say no, it ain't like the girl gonna stop liking me. I could probably still say something 2, 3, 4 years from now. I said no. No means no. I mean, I just don't want to. I didn't lose nothing from saying no. So that's why I like saying no. And then girls don't even be hearing no. So
nah, that's valid. Girls are used to men being thirsty, so
and I'm not. That's why I'm saying no.
Who taught you the game like that?
Ain't nobody. That's a good question. I say ain't nobody, but nah, it had to come from somewhere. I don't know, man. Probably the people I'm around.
Yeah. Somebody took you under their wing and they made sure you was valid out here, how you was moving.
Then I just know just quality, man. It can't be out here just you know. It just don't make sense in my head.
Nah, that's valid. That's valid. So, and we talking about quality. Let's move over to the quality of music that this music that's putting out there. Like,
Same way, yeah.
so I think your music is quality. You know, I think
Thank you.
I think it's mixed and mastered where I like the sound of it. State of hip hop right now for most people your age ain't coming like how you coming. Do you feel like people are putting out quality music or they just trying to get famous and get a hit?
I think they putting out what makes sense right now. The majority, I feel like, is putting out what makes sense right now for the industry and what makes sense for their situation. If they feel like they not in a position where they can make quality music and really focus on it and perfect their craft, and they just got to make a song, put something out, and just get something catching, getting something going right now. You know, I understand that you're not worried about spending a whole week focusing on one song. You don't have that type of time, probably. I spent a whole week, even longer, on one song. But yeah, I think people just doing what makes sense for their situation and for the industry right now, which is not bad. It's really the audience. You know, if you want to get back to quality music, stop supporting music that's not quality, and people won't be making that type of music. So if the audience, you know, switch gears and zone back in on quality music, then artists would change.
I'm happy that you're vaccinated because you can do more stuff with me. Love you.
Okay, so you just spoke on something real pivotal right there. You say the audience. So right now, hip hop, especially right here, we're in Iraq, we're in Chicago, and the scene for us is like I don't know, you can call it drill, but it's just like real like violent music.
Yeah.
Like they love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially in the Midwest, just period, they love that. Do you ever feel tempted to make them that type of sound or them type of go that route because you know that can elevate your career? I won't say elevate, but just get more eyes on you quicker.
More attention, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. It's a couple reasons. I feel like there's a real. I don't want people to take this bad way, but I feel like there's a real art in that. You know, it might not be the most positive, but it's a real art. Like you saying exactly what you do, and that's really who you are. That's your life that you live, and you really directing this energy towards someone or a group of people. I don't have that situation. I'm not in that position. Even if I tried to, like I said, I'm a quality type guy. You wouldn't feel that. You would rather listen to somebody who actually doing that, and so it wouldn't even make sense in my head. And I don't want it that bad, for real, to sit there and lie and woo woo just to get people to listen to my music. I'd rather you not listen to my music, because if you coming in for that, you expecting to hear more of that. So yeah, nah, I wouldn't do that.
I feel that. That's valid. Do you feel like you have a cheat code by I want to say, well, both of your parents, like your stepmom and your dad, was in the music industry and like celebrities. Do you feel like that's a cheat code for you?
Of course. It could be. It's pros and cons to everything, but I feel like when I was younger, I felt like it was the opposite of a cheat code. It was an obstacle, because it's like their shadow was so big over me. It's like, dang, how in the world am I finna get from underneath them? So then as I got older and started putting out more music and started actually having growing like a fan base, getting people to understand who I am personally, getting people to know my name. Now I'm starting to have fun with it. Me and my dad, we sit in the studio and make a song, and I don't feel weird. I don't feel like it's gonna feel weird to the public. It's just gonna be just father and son just making good music. And now I'm starting to, now his relationships and her relationships are becoming my relationships. I don't have to go all the way out here and travel and network and go to every single party because they might already know the people that host the party. They might already know the people that's in the party. So that's the cheat code. Because music is all about, it's all about networking and just having a following. Networking, having a following. If you make good music, that's a plus. So networking, having a following, being, having kids want to do what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that a little bit more, because I feel like what you speaking on is something that I tell these artists when they come holler at me. Like networking and having a following, that's the key thing. But if you make the good if you got the records, you don't need everything else is good.
Right. But I used to think that you just had to have good music and you just put that good music out. Everybody would know that it's good music. That ain't how it go. It's so much more, man. Music might be 20%. 20%. It's a whole 80% in there that you gotta figure out.
Do you feel like being on a TV show hurt or helped you?
Man, it could have been both, man. It could have helped like exposure, but what kind of exposure? T.I. son. So
I was getting to that. Yeah.
So it's like it could help. It just the perspective. I like to look at it positive. It helped. I like to look at it like that because a lot of people know my face. I'm not starting from zero. But now I gotta let them know that, okay, the person you think I am, now I gotta switch it and change it. Okay, I'm an artist and I do music and I put my whole life in my music. You won't see my life or me talk about my life on social media, on a TV show. You're gonna hear it in my music. If you're interested, listen to my music. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I guess it was cool though. I just had to just switch the narrative.
So is that why you turned down the $80K to continue to be on the show?
Felt like it was just time.
Okay,
it's time to just focus on myself.
Okay, all right. So, pivoting, right? So you have to pivot for being T.I. son on this TV show, growing the people watching you grow up. Like, what type of tools or what was your strategy to be like to pivot from being T.I. son to just being Domani? And letting the people just know you was like, oh, that's Domani, that's not T.I. son. Like, what was your strategy?
My strategy was definitely getting off the show and kind of having people forget about me. So I was really kind of trying to start from ground zero and having people forget about me. I probably wasn't on social media, and then I just only post something when I drop something. So boom, drop something. Oh, who's this kid? He looks familiar, but I like this song. And it'd be a lot of that. And then my dad would repost it. Oh, dang, this is his son. Oh, okay, I remember him. I think that's what I did. I don't think that was the plan, but that's just what I just was doing at the time, and I think it was working, you know.
How did you keep yourself from getting like anxiety or doubt from being a bust? You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I welcome all of those feelings and all those thoughts, and I put it in my music. I'm an open book. You know, my door is open. I don't run from feelings or emotions. You know, out in public and in person, you know, I don't like to make people feel awkward. I know I'm mumbled, but so I'll just, you know, be regular. But I feel everything. I overthink everything. I question everything, and you'll hear it in my music. So I think that's why people feel my music like how they do, because I only let my feelings and my emotions and my thoughts out in my music. So yeah.
Okay. So we talk about the growing pains and we talk about you becoming a man and trying to figure it out. So we're product of our environment, right? You know, a lot of oftentimes we're a product of our environment. In your case, let's say your old man was this trapper, he from the hood and things like that. Have you ever felt the pressure to like, yo, if my dad is this or my dad moving like that, I need to be like that and go try to be in the hood?
Nah, I don't feel like that. Nah, I feel like we was raised good, man. I keep saying it. I feel like we was raised good. I was just that creative, just wanting to do something creative. I wasn't even paying attention to all of that. For real. He probably wanted to toughen us up, so he would get us around different kids or put us in a football and you know what I mean, do stuff like that, because that's what parents do. You want to get your kids ready for the world. But nah, I don't think I was overthinking it like that. I wasn't trying to force myself to be around bad people, or I felt like, you know, bad energy or people I didn't want. I kind of seen that I was stupid.
Okay.
I seen that I was stupid because I think I recognized that. I realized that all these people that's doing this don't even want to do this. They want to be in my position. They want to actually make something out of this, what we got going on right now. So I think I seen that.
I noticed you done probably seen or been around people that's not from the hood, but they people from the hood and they just want to be there so bad.
I don't think they really want to be there, man.
I mean, try to imitate that.
Yeah, I get it. 'Cause that's all they know, and that's what the people around them glorify.
So is that like a household thing, or is that like an individual thing? Because I see you didn't move like that, but then it was an instance on social when your little brother was like, let people know like this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? That went viral.
It ain't that, yeah.
Yeah, so I respected it, but like how you just said, you two different ways, but y'all all grew up in the same household.
That man is smart. He's smart. I just feel like we putting out two different energies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm the more of the quiet. You know, I sit back and I think longer, and then I'll speak. He'll probably speak and do less thinking. I'm thinking about, anyway, we got two different energies, and I don't think people would come at me the way that people would come at him, because we got two different energies. Not saying that he doing nothing wrong. It's just, you know, he expresses himself differently, and people feel like they want to try him, and he got a reminder, this ain't that.
He definitely did. So let me ask you this, because I got little brothers and cousins and things like that. When that happened, did you like pull them to the side and come holler at them, like, or what was like the conversation between y'all, or just in the house group chat? Like, how was that?
It was a Sunday. Okay, it was a Sunday. The day it happened on a Saturday. The day after was Sunday. We was in the gym. It was a time where we was in the gym, and we usually be off on Sunday, but today we was like, we going to the gym. Pops was like, yeah, y'all get back in the gym. The whole gym was empty. We was the only ones in the gym. We was just working out. And we was just taking turns telling King what we thought. And he was like, yeah, we in here for you, King. It was really it was cool. But we talk to him all the time, and we take turns talking to each other. It's not like we own him. We understood. The only thing I wanted to make sure he understands is the energy that you're putting out. You're putting out this energy. I understand that. Yeah, that's all it is. He ain't did nothing wrong. Somebody had tried him, but I just wanted to let him know, like, you got your whole life, you know? Mm-hmm. You don't want to be walking around like this your whole life, because it's not a video game.
That's valid. Like, you hit on the key point where it's like energy. Like how we spoke about the music, like that's what you putting out, that's what you're gonna track.
Right. But he's smart. He's smart. He's very, the man is he got me saying I love you and all of that. He's a Virgo, and every time we get on the phone and I don't say I love you, call me back and say, boy, you ain't say you love me, bro. What? He's that type of person. He's, you know, people just be trying him because he just walk around a little different. So, which is not bad at all. That's how my dad used to walk. And he had to tell them folks, I'm the king. And he had to get into a couple fights, do a couple years in prison. And I'm like, king, you don't want to do this, man. But yeah.
Yeah, Tip going to prison really hurt me, man. I was a Tip fan.
Yeah, but he learned. He learned.
Because I was a little guy too growing up, so he made us little guys, you know what I'm saying? I was 5'2" all the way till I was a senior in high school, so I already know.
See? But, some positive stuff came from all of that. But I was just trying to, we all see this stuff, so we just trying to make sure he don't go through these things because he done went through it and we done seen other people that went through it. So we already know. Like, you don't even got to go through it. We telling you what's going to happen, what might happen, You
think he's been receptive?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, he got to get to a point to where he's ready to show us that he was listening. He's still young. Yeah, we all still young.
Yeah. So you mentioned the whole Virgo thing. So are you into like astrology?
Yeah, not enough to like sit and read on it, but I just pay attention to who say people. I pay attention to what signs people say they are, and then I'll be like, okay, bet. I just say it in my head like, okay, you remind me of someone else that's that sign, or you know what, that is weird. You don't remind me of somebody. But a lot of times when people tell me they're Pisces, a lot of times I already know they kind of act like me, or my engineer's a Pisces. He act just like me.
What, break that down? When you say act just like me, they're Pisces. What does that mean?
You ever just looked at somebody and be like, I feel like you think exactly like me, before you even feel like y'all got anything in common? Like my engineer, he's all over. Like he act like me when I was a kid, and that's why he's my engineer, because he'll do some weird creative stuff. He always trying to fix some stuff. He always trying to put a weird plug-in on there. Something. A lot of times it don't work. Sometimes it do work. But he trying something new, and he's like a kid for real. He act like me when I was a little kid, running around fixing stuff, building stuff, having new projects. Just now I just focused on music. I do all of that with my music now.
All right, so my take on Pisces, right? It's a few things, right? I think that y'all are kind of emotional. I think Pisces are very my whole family is Pisces. I want to say 70% of people on my mama's side of the family are Pisces.
Dang. Yeah,
so everybody was born in March, February, like they all Pisces. And Cancers. Majority of us are Pisces.
So that's still emotional.
Yeah. So I had Liz over there, Sydney. I'm a Cancer, July 7th. Shout out to the Cancer gang. Pisces are crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. It's like what Cancers, I know, like our crazy is like you got to push us to be crazy. Pisces,
they already
like this.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had any like crazy moments, or is any of these stereotypes we talking about, do they relate to you?
I think people would call me crazy because I would overthink something, and they don't even know where I got this thought from. Like and then me trying to break it down make me sound even crazier. So I just stopped talking. That's why I don't even like talking. But me overthinking, and then I was finna say something else. I don't know, but it was me overthinking, and I think that's why people would say I'm crazy, because I overthink. I think the worst thing you could do, if you're on the wrong side, the worst thing you could do is give me time to think. So I would say that.
That's valid. Yeah, that's valid. Yo, that's crazy.
Don't it sound crazy?
That's crazy. No, that's crazy shit. No.
Yeah, but I'm understanding, man. My dad told me, man, he be saying some good stuff. Yeah. He say, man, I'm probably gonna say it wrong. He said, a lot of times people don't want to get physical. He said when you get physical, that's come from lack of communication. You failed to communicate, so you feel like you had to get physical. But a lot of times, all people need is a reason not to get physical. So if you just sit down and have a conversation and give someone a reason not to do whatever they're trying to do, or they give you a reason not to, not for you to, if they give you a reason for you to not do whatever you want to do, a lot of times that's all humans want, is a reason not to. You don't really want to hurt nobody. You don't really want to you just want a reason not to. And I feel like that was deep, especially at the time he told that to me.
That's valid. I think, because you remind me a lot of myself, right? Especially when I was around your age. I'm pretty sure, like, you don't do a lot of woofing. Like, if somebody ever want to get into an argument with you or they feel in the type of way, you just probably listen. You don't go back and forth.
Right.
I could tell.
Right.
Like, why it's out.
Like
Chicago.
talking.
Yeah, woofing, barking, you know what I'm saying? All that extra shit. It's like,
That's
if you gonna do,
man.
if you gonna do something, do it. If not, we move around. Or I'm gonna move around.
I'm a smooth guy, man. That's embarrassing. I don't want to do all that. I'm light skinned. My face turned red. That's crazy. I ain't trying to do that.
You did. I heard you say that in an interview. You say getting mad is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Nah, that's fair. I feel like if you let somebody get you angry, get you mad, they got control over you.
Exactly. That's embarrassing, man. But a lot of people feel like their mad face is like a chain or something. Like they gotta wear it. They gotta wear it to show people like they're mad, because that's like a protection or something. Me, I feel like when you get mad, it shows people, you're showing them that they push your button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving people access to my buttons. And if you push my button, you may not know, they may not know. I would try to have a conversation with you. A lot of times that's it, man. If it don't need to get physical. It don't need to get physical. Especially if you're not threatening, you're not harming me. I'm not worried about you. I don't walk around, looking. Well, I do naturally, but I know no one's like after me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's peace. So I'm always thinking like it's a lot of stuff that you can do to someone, but I just sat and overthought one day. Was just thinking and thinking. I said, it's not even worth it. It's not worth it at all. Let's say you beat somebody up. Boom, they got family members. They hear about you beating them up. Now you probably got beat up an uncle or cousin. Then they get what? They don't want to get beat up. They gonna bring a gun, a knife. Somebody get hurt. Now you gotta bring another gun, a knife. Somebody die. Now it's like, whoa.
And it ain't gonna stop. It's gonna be
all
a cycle.
because of what?
Yeah.
Miscommunication. So
that's valid.
that's what I done sat and thought about. Unless someone's just out the gate just threatening and like you gotta protect yourself. I get that. Other than that, I'm going home. Y'all be safe. You say whatever.
I respect that a lot. I respect moving like that a lot. You know what I mean? Especially just the climate of what we in, especially with young dudes like around your age, like they don't think. So it's instantly gun. Like having a gun is cool.
Right.
It's like gym shoes now. You gotta have a gun with the outfit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it though. It's protection, but that's different from just, being on social media showing everybody what you got and, saying, nah, woo, woo. And just like I said, it's the energy you put out into the world. You show everybody you got a gun, you putting that energy out there, people gonna want to see if it's real. People gonna want to see if what you put on social media is really how you live. For some reason, they feel if they really walk and talk and they really live that, like they gonna feel disrespected if they feel like you not walking, talking, you not really living that life. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna want to try you. So it's just, and then you show people what you got, they gonna want to get something better. Why would you show people what you got?
Can't show your hand.
Now they know you got a gun, so now they know they gotta bring a gun.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing. I want somebody to think they can run on me with nothing. I don't even need a gun. He probably don't got one. Cause I don't.
Rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? I think this conversation is very dope. My producer telling me I got to close it out, so I got a few questions. Right? So the first thing is I want to go over is your pop say nobody ever out-rapped him on a record. So for one, do you believe that?
Do I believe no one's ever out-rapped him?
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Ain't nobody probably out-rapped him.
Okay.
Who out-rapped him?
So now I'm gonna say this, and probably might be biased, but I feel like that record, I think I heard it, I liked it on my title. But between you and him, I think your verse was hard. I think y'all was going back and forth. I think your verse was harder than his.
Yeah, people could, but then a father might think his verse was harder than mine, coming from a father's perspective, because he was just talking about raising his son for real. But shoot, I was spitting.
Yeah, you was going crazy. Do y'all ever talk about music, like who better, or like critique each other on y'all music?
Nah, we don't talk about that. Man, it's like I'm so young and I'm so fresh, so new. It's like I can't even. People be saying I'm better than him off of a freestyle or off of one song. It's like, man, that man has done so much and been so consistent. Like, he's like quality, consistent music. You know, like his projects is quality, consistent. He went I don't know the statistics or nothing like that, but he got Grammys, he got goddamn awards, he been in this for years and doing. How can you compare that to this? It's like, you know, I mean, I can understand if you say, okay, I see the future, and in the future, he's going, you know what I mean, X, Y, and Z. But nah, right now, you can't even compare that type of experience, you know, that type of consistency. That's not easy. He's been in the game for a long time. People still saying he's one of the best. People still saying you're a legend, you the king of the South. That's not easy.
Yeah, he actually held that title down, calling himself the king of the South. Like that's a bold statement. You can't walk around calling yourself the king of nowhere. Ain't nobody challenging you. But
he's that.
A few of them years Wayne got him though. I ain't gonna say no though. Wayne came down to
Wayne be spinning too.
Wayne had it from like 07 to 09. I think Wayne was the king of hip hop.
Wayne, yeah.
Yeah. So, another thing that I wanted to point out. Have anybody ever told you sound like 3 Stacks?
Yep. Yes, they have.
Yeah, I felt like I'm like listening to them. I'm like, man, you sound like Dre. Like you got a relationship with Dre?
Nah, not really.
Was he an inspiration to yours?
Yeah, especially when I was taking notes, trying to really figure out this music junk, and just how to tell stories and just how to. Yeah, he was definitely an inspiration. My father was an inspiration. I gotta say that, and a lot of time when I don't say my father, I only leave that out because I feel like people already know that he's an inspiration. That's my father, you know. He's the one who made me want to do music, but you know what I mean. Everybody else still inspiration as well. But yeah, 3 Stacks, his storytelling, just his rhyme pattern, his cadency. Man, I used to ask myself, like, I used to say, it sound like these words was made to be in these sentences. When 3 Stacks will rap and make these words rhyme and tell a full story, it sound like them words was supposed to be put like that. Like them words, I didn't even, you know, if that makes sense. The way he said it, it's like it sound like that junk was just supposed to go together like that. Ain't no other way you could say something like that. But my dad fired, man. My dad got dang. What we doing?
I don't know. Somebody remote control or something over there tweaking me out.
But yeah, man, my dad was definitely a big inspiration. Everyone else as well.
Okay. I definitely saw the 3 Stacks comparison. Like I had to make sure I pointed that out because I'm like, damn, it's like I'm a fan of 3 Stacks, so that's instantly it's like, yo, like Shorty got it. Like he gonna be special. Like you gonna be special, God.
Yeah, man. I got a whole pot of people that influence me.
All right, so I'm I'm gonna leave with here. I wanted to get your best advice you got since you've been in this game, but I want to leave with that moment where you know, like, yo, Domani is who Domani set out to be in this rap game. What's that moment you looking for?
Knowing that I could do exactly what I want to do, just knowing that, and it's not like a number one or award or nothing like that. It's just if I sit back and I'm in a nice house, and I could go to another house, and then I could go take a whole 2, 3, 4, however many year break, and still be, able to do exactly what I'm doing, or goddamn, be able to switch and not do music, and you know what I mean? It's not even. I love music, but it's other stuff that I like doing, that I wanna, do. So I feel like that's where I would say, yeah, Domani, you are at that space. It's when I can do exactly what I want to do, when I want to do it, go where I want, when I want,
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. It's not a bar that I'm looking to say. It's not a verse that I'm looking to make. That's pretty much it. And inspire, and employ, and that's it.
That's valid, man. That's valid, man. It's your boy Cody Mack, man. Here in Chicago. Special guest Domani, man. Thank you for sliding through with us, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Man, y'all at home. It's What's the Word, and we out.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?
I'm Bobby Simmons, born and raised in Chicago, Southside Oak Hill Gardens, entrepreneur in the city of Chicago, former NBA player of 12 years. I am vaccinated, and I was a little hesitant in the beginning because I didn't get all the proper information, but doctor friends that I talked to gave me a little more insight, and it was most definitely something that I needed to do. I'm currently working for the NBA Players Association, and I work with 450 players around the U.S. I love those guys, as well as my business, my employees, and I wanted to make sure I protected them. It's not a joke. I've lost a lot of close friends and family members to COVID. That was a horrible feeling that I experienced, watching your friends in such great pain and not being able to get ventilators and things like that, and you couldn't help them. It just hurt my heart to watch that. I most definitely got vaccinated because I want to protect you and everyone else that's around me. Get vaccinated, I did.